Imagine this: a shy, soft spoken man introduces his new girlfriend to his family, but there's a catch. She's a life size doll. Sounds like the setup for a crass comedy, right? But Lars and the real girl flips expectation on their head. What unfolds isn't a farce, but a tender exploration of loneliness, compassion, and what it means to truly connect. This quietly profound film dares to ask, how far will you go to support someone we care about? And what might we learn about ourselves along the way? Released in 2007, written by Nancy Oliver and directed by Craig Gillespie, Lars and the Real Girl defies easy categorization. It's equal parts drama, comedy, and character study. But more than anything, it's a deeply human story. At its center is Lars, played with extraordinary sensitivity by Ryan Gosling. Lars is a painfully introverted man living in a small, tight knit town. His life changes when he introduces Bianca, a life size doll he ordered online, as his girlfriend. Instead of rejecting or mocking him,
These are for you, Bianca.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay, this is my friend Mrs. Grinner.
the town rallies around Lars and his delusion, treating Bianca as if she were a real person. The film's premise might sound absurd, but its execution is anything but. It's a poignant, often humorous look at how people cope with loneliness and trauma, and how empathy and community can transform lives. One of the most remarkable aspects of Lars and the Real Girl is its tone. While the premise might lend itself to slapstick or ridicule, the film takes a gentler approach. The humor is understated, born out of the character's sincerity rather than the absurdity of the situation.
She's shy. Well, you are.
For instance, when Lars' brother Gus and sister in law Karen first meet Bianca, the reaction teeter between disbelief and an almost comedic panic.
And so he's crazy, right? I mean, he's crazy.
Karen. What are we gonna do?
I don't know. I don't know.
What are we gonna do?
Yet, as the film progresses, even these moments of awkward humor give way to a genuine care and warmth. The townspeople's willingness to embrace Bianca, taking her to church, involving her in social events, even discussing her health, as though she were alive, creates an environment where Lars' healing feels both touching and strangely believable. This delicate interplay of humor and heart prevents the story from becoming overly sentimental while ensuring it remains deeply affecting. Lars' predicament speaks to a broader, often unspoken reality: the loneliness experienced by socially isolated individuals. In modern society, where technology creates the illusion of connection, the struggles of the socially crippled can feel even more pronounced. Lars represents those who find it difficult to navigate the complexities of human relationships.
Mr. Sunshine! And this must be Bianca. Well, welcome. Welcome. Come on in.
Bianca becomes Lars' bridge to the outside world, a way for him to experiment with connection and intimacy without the risk and vulnerabilities of real relationships. His choice to introduce Bianca may seem eccentric, but it's a poignant metaphor for how people create mechanisms, sometimes unconventional or even delusional, to cope with their isolation. What makes Lars and the Real Girl so compelling is its refusal to pathologize Lars. His delusion isn't treated as a problem to be fixed, but as a symptom of deeper pain, a pain the film invites us to understand and empathize with. The film tackles the theme of delusion with a surprising amount of grace and respect. Lars' belief in Bianca is his way of processing his fear of intimacy and his unresolved grief from a difficult childhood. Rather than dismiss his delusion, the people around him, most notably his family, his therapist, and the entire town, choose to embrace it. This collaborative compassion is the heart of the story. The townspeople's action might seem improbable, but they highlight an ideal, a community that shows empathy over judgment. They recognize that Lars doesn't need confrontation or ridicule. He needs time, understanding, and support. Their kindness allows Lars to gradually open up, confront his fears, and ultimately let go of Bianca when he no longer needs her. The film also shines a light on loneliness, portraying it not as a personal failing, but as a universal experience. Lars' journey shows that overcoming loneliness requires not just individual courage, but the willingness of others to extend themselves. Ultimately, Lars and the Real Girl is a story about the transformative power of empathy. It challenges us to look beyond appearances and behaviors to see the pain or longing beneath. Lars' journey teaches us that healing isn't something that happens in isolation. It's a process that requires support, patience, and understanding from others. The film also reminds us of the importance of meeting people where they are. The townspeople don't force Lars to abandon his delusion. Instead, they create a space where he feels safe enough to confront it on his own. This approach speaks volumes about the value of unconditional acceptance in helping someone grow. In the end, Lars and the Real Girl leaves us with a powerful message. Compassion has the power to transform not only individuals but entire communities.
Don't you feel a little better?
What makes Lars and the Real Girl so unforgettable is its profound simplicity. It's a story that could have been a cruel joke, but instead it becomes a celebration of kindness and resilience. In Lars' quirky, quiet world, we see a reflection of our own struggles and the hope that comes from being truly seen and understood. So, next time you find yourself encountering someone's strange reality, remember the lesson of Lars and his small town. Sometimes the best thing we can do is simply show up, listen, and care. Thank you so much for taking the time to engage with this video. Lars and the Real Girl is a film that quietly but profoundly reminds us of the beauty of compassion, empathy, and community. I hope this exploration has resonated with you as much as the film has with me. If you enjoyed this essay, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the movies that shape our understanding of the human experience. So let me know your thoughts on Lars and the Real Girl in the comments. I would love to hear how the story impacted you. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.